everyone. Today I would like to knit with you these beautiful socks that are very comfortable and easy to knit actually if you follow the whole pattern. Today I'm using this type of yarn that I bought in Aldi actually. I will not read the description. You can pause your screen if you want to read all the information. And it has 50 gram, 210 meters. So I had two balls, and for two socks you need two balls, and you will have also a big leftover. And this is for size 37, 38. If you want a smaller or bigger size, you must cast less and knit less rows or more rows. This is 37, 38 is perfect. To start our socks with the rib stitch, it's alternation between knit and purl stitch. So we will use twisted knit stitch and normal purl. So I show you how to cast on. Just wrap the yarn around your thumb to make the first slip knot. You can make it as you already can. If you don't know, I just show you my way. And now we cast on. You can slow down the video if it's too fast for you. So on the first needle we need 14 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the next needle you just take and continue as before. We will have to make 16 stitches. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And you continue the two other needles exactly like that, making 14 stitches on the third needle. And 17 on the last needle. I have finished to cast on, and now I have 61 stitches in total. Now I have to put them in the right way, like that, so it looks like a square now. And this is my tail, the leftover. So now I show you how to make it a square and close it, so we can knit in a circle. First we bring the very first loop into our last needle, and then you take it and pull through this first loop like that. Now release the that loop and move that loop back on the first needle, and we can tighten a bit. So what we got now is 14 stitches still here and 16 here, and we will have no hole here. So it's a good way to close in a circle. You can anytime pull this yarn. And now we continue to knit, and I show you how to knit the very first one, twist it. As you can see, the stitch has two loops, the back loop and the front loop. The back loop in this case is further from us, and we need it to make a twisted stitch, and it's harder to get it than the front loop. So normally you take front loop not to get twisted stitches, but today we need twisted, so we take a back loop and pull the yarn through it. I don't know English terminology for this thing, but you must just put, it's a bit harder than normal knitting because it's further from us, that loop, but just the first row. And then the purl stitch you do normal, not twisted. It means the loop that is closer to you and easier to pick, it's the right one. So now we get again the knit stitch, and here in the purl stitch the front loop is closer and we take it, because I repeat, we don't need twisted purl. Then again with the back loop and the front loop for the purl. Back and the front. And it will alternate until the end of the row. I hope that's clear. Try to show as slow as I can. Insert your needle, grab the yarn, pull through this loop, release. Don't lose your stitches. And the purl. So now we continue. And here we start with the knit stitch. Insert your needle, grab the yarn, and pull through the loop. So you go on like that. And then we meet, so I show you the second row. I finished my first row, and now I show how to switch to the second one. So here we have to continue with our twisted stitch. So, and for the purl stitch, we see that the back loop is closer to us, and we need normal purl stitch, not twisted. So I take the back loop from behind and pull the yarn inside. So twist it. You can purl as you are used to purl, the way you are used to. I'm just showing my way. Just insert and pull. It's quite easy. Hope you can see clearly. Normal, twist it and normal purl. And you see you get this kind of rib stitch. It's a very beautiful pattern, I guess. And you can continue like that for 10 rows. So this is our second row. For 10 rows, and then I show you how to switch to the leaves. So I have finished my second row. Since it's just a sample, I will not need 10 rows like on my original socks. I will just show you how to move from these to the leaves. So on the pattern, as you can see, it's written 13 knit stitches, normal, not twisted, and 2 purl stitches at the end. So we will start to make 13 knit stitches, but we will not knit directly. 13 knit stitches, we will make some changes to make leaves look more beautiful. So first we have our knit stitch, normal one, not twisted.
And this tiger.
Gosh. Now we have to make an increase. An increase we will make, as you can see, there is the yarn in between 2 stitches that normally we will take this stitch, but to make an increase we take this yarn, hope you can see, and put it on the needle. And now we have to make twisted knit stitch to make an increase and not to have a hole. So just like that. Sorry, twisted knit stitch. Okay, and now we will have to knit normal stitches, not twisted, and in total we have to get 12. We have 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you have a knit stitch, you must go like this. 6, like that. 6. If you have a purl stitch, you must go with the back 7, not to get twisted. So the loop that is closer to you, you must knit it. The first one. Now let's count how many we have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now watch what I'm gonna do. You have purl stitch and the knit stitch. Now we must knit them together. For this thing I will change the loop so the front loop will be closer to me. Insert the hook, sorry, and normal knit stitch with 2 loops. So I have 2 stitches here. I insert, grab the yarn, and I have the 13th knit stitch according to the pattern. Now I have to have 2 purl stitches, I have just one. We have to make twisted pearl stitch. Again, we take the yarn here in between the two stitches, put it on the needle, no matter which way. And now the front loop, the back loop is closer, but I have to make twisted stitch, so I take the front loop. And I make a twisted pearl stitch, which is not easy because it's twisted. But just this row has this difficulties. And I got it, and now I have the normal knit stitch. Okay, so we're going to start the second needle. Now we are going to start our second needle, which has 16 stitches, and we make 15 at the end. Here we got 14 and we made 15 as well, if you count. So first of all, we start with normal knit stitches, not twisted, just you have to knit 11. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Now we have 5 stitches left. We must knit together. So before I had like that, then I change the loop so the front loop is closer to me, and I knit together. Now again I change the back loop and front loop so the front loop is closer to me, and I knit them together. Here we got the same thing. We have just one pearl and we need another one, so just put the yarn between the stitches on the needle and you make an increase. Twisted pearl stitch. So when you get twisted pearl increase, you don't have a hole. Okay, and the second normal pearl stitch. Okay, so now you got 15 stitches on this needle and you have 13 knit and 2 pearl. Here you repeat the same as we did where we had 14 stitches on our first needle. So first you knit stitch, then you make an increase here, as usual twisted knit, twisted is a bit harder, and then normal knit stitches until you get 12. So you have 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now we will change again the loops and knit 2 together and make another purl stitch according to the pattern and make it twisted as well. It's harder for me to do on camera. One and another one normal purl stitch. So, and the last one again we will make from 16 stitches 15. So first we knit 12, oh sorry, 11 with a normal knit stitch. Oh, I need too many. I need just 11 as we did on the third, on the second needle. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Now we have to do as before, is 2 together, then again 2 together, and again we make another 2 purl stitches. So we already did a very easy row. You must just knit 13 knit stitches and 2 purl, just normal, not twisted knit stitches. Here you see 2 purl. Just put your working yarn in front, take from the back loop and purl. One moment, please. I want to show you as clearly as possible to show how actually it's easy. So here my loop change. Originally it was like that. And then you take from back and you get your purl stitch. So you continue until you have the whole row ready. So we start our third row. I already knit 11 or 10 stitches. Now we have to knit together 2 stitches to the right side and make a decrease. Now to make a hole, that circle that you see on the pattern, just yarn over on the needle without anything and knit stitch. So later you will get the hole and then purl, and like that you have to make all 3 needles. And you already know that when you see a circle on the pattern, you have just to yarn over, so you will get the holes like this. It's the pattern, so you have to continue like that until you will get the loops that look the other side, the left side. So I show you how to make decrease that the loops look to the other side. If you're a beginner and you cannot read the scheme, you can knit until 12th row, and then I show you how to continue, and you can continue. I hope that was clear. If it was not clear, I will put a link of a video where I show just this small scheme without the sock, how to crochet or how to knit the leaves, so it will be easier for you if you're just a beginner.